Hey guys, welcome to Anime Rewind, where we revisit anime from our childhood and try to see if they hold up today or if they should just remain a good memory. In this podcast, we're currently watching the anime InuYasha, discussing episodes 28 to 39.
One shot, baby, let's go!
No, you're supposed to say my name's Shang!
One shot!
Ruined!
It's okay, now we can do it after.
Who just said that? One shot, baby!
One shot! My name is Mio.
My name is Shay!
My name's One Shot. Oh, my name's Loofie. Guys, we've made it to episode 5 of Anime Rewind. At this point, I feel like we've gotten a lot of listeners. In order to make our listeners feel more welcome and a part of this experience, I feel like we should give them a name. What do you think we should call them?
Commando Squad.
You said Did you say Comrando Squad? Did
No,
you?
I said Commando Squad. Let's go, Commando Squad.
Let's see. So if we switch to a different anime, once we eventually finish InuYasha, are they still Commando?
Yeah, are we still gonna be Commando Squad when we finish InuYasha?
I mean, we could ask anyone if they're Commando. Like, we could always ask.
I could totally see it. We could do a live show, poll the audience, are you Commando right now?
Are you Commando?
And if one of them says yes, there will be a bead of sweat dropping down my face. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
But wait, how old are you?
Oh no.
No.
I really gotta go.
I really gotta go.
We gotta like ID
Open
them
up.
before we ask these questions.
Open up, FBI.
I'm not home right now. I'm on the toilet.
Oh no.
Where's your toilet? Where's your toilet, ma'am?
Oh no, my toilet's like right by the front door. That's how I'm able to communicate so
They're
well.
so
to you.
close. Is that how you answer get the door for the pizza man? You just open the door real quick,
Yeah.
go back in the
Yeah.
restroom. Here's your pizza, ma'am.
Okay, why don't we do this? Someone poses a name, and then we yay or nay, okay? 3 yays is a pass. Anything else is a fail.
Okay.
We'll start with Mio. Mio, go ahead and give us your idea.
Okay, Commando Squad.
Nay!
Hey.
ABV.
ABB.
Okay, Shang. What is your suggestion?
Weebs.
Nay!
Feels bad.
I feel like people would get offended by that. And also,
Alright,
it's
fine. Rewinders.
What about reweebs?
Reweebs? Even more offensive.
Weebry. Weebry.
Weebsries. Wait, I'm having trouble saying it. Weebries.
Weebries. Rewinders. Okay, how about rewinders? Half yay.
Half yay.
I'm
getting ums over there.
Half yay for me. Like,
So
it sounds good, but it also doesn't sound good to me.
It sounds like a really bad 90s boy band.
Yeah,
we're,
that's what I'm
we're the
thinking.
rewinders. I got it. Okay, my suggestion. The Boys.
The boys.
Boys.
Boo, get him out of here. Boo.
Feels bad.
That'll be our intros. The first thing we say on the podcast is like, "Hey boys,
Hey boys.
welcome to Anime
No, you can't say hey.
Rewind."
It's hey the boys.
Hey, the boys. We have
Hey,
to say
boys.
the boys.
You gotta say the hey the boys.
Oh.
How are all my the boys doing?
Sup, the boys?
I'm
Your the boy Mio.
I'm your the boy Mio.
That's what I'm talking
And I'm
about.
your the boy Loofie.
Why don't we just pull it out to Twitter? We'll just take some suggestions and we'll just come back to it another time.
Okay, I
But
agree with that.
What were our ideas? We had Commando Squad, Rewinders,
And
the boys. and Weebs.
That's right.
No, reweebs.
No, I don't want to be a weavery.
No, it's a reweave, not a wee-wee.
A reweave or a wee read?
A wee-wee?
No,
No,
we-
no,
no,
the
you can't
wee-wees.
say that. No.
Hey,
wee wees.
hey, wee wees.
Hey, wee-wees.
Oh no.
I mean, who knew like trying to figure out names was so hard?
You know how long it took for us to come up with Anime Rewind? We actually recorded the first episode without having the name.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You were like, "Hey, welcome to insert podcast name here," and then you came back like a week later with a recorded intro.
I forgot originally what it was gonna be. I don't remember anymore. We gotta bring up the old DMs to figure out what the original podcast name was gonna be. I don't remember what it's gonna be called.
Gotta check out them DMs.
It's probably gonna be called The Boys at this point.
The boys.
The Boys. All right, so why don't we? I made a game. No, I prepared a game in an attempt to get to know our hosts a little bit better. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a rapid fire 20 questions with Sheng and Mio. I'm gonna be here popping these questions off, and I want you to answer them at the same time, as fast as possible and as short as possible.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
No.
I'm never ready, but okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Do you like coffee?
Yes.
Does coffee make you poo?
No.
Yes.
Which celebrities do you like?
Robert
Scarlett
Downey Jr.
Johansson.
Do you like going to the beach?
Yes.
Do you think alien life exists?
Yes.
Do you know any other languages?
No.
What words do you know in other languages? This
No.
didn't really work.
Awkward.
What language do you wish you could learn?
Japanese.
Maroons.
What a weeb. Would you rather have the ability to fly or turn invisible?
Invisible.
Get out of my window, help!
Me and Neo in the same wavelength right now.
What is your spirit animal?
An otter.
An otter. Oh, that's so cute. Mine would be a Magikarp.
What's the longest you've gone without sleeping?
10
24
hours.
hours.
Can you swim?
Yes.
I can float.
I can sink.
What's the biggest fruit you've ever eaten?
Mandarin.
Cucumber. Wait. No! You can argue that cucumbers are fruit because they have seeds.
Well, haven't you guys had like watermelon before? You know?
No, what? No.
That's true. We have had water. Well, I had watermelon, so I guess watermelon. It was a cucumber is a person. Give me my head. I feel the pressure of answering rapid fire. It was the word rapid fire that makes me want to answer.
But can you eat a
So
whole
fast.
watermelon by yourself?
I
cannot,
can.
but I can eat it.
I can eat half a watermelon
I
by
cannot.
myself.
Oh, because it's mostly water. You gotta wring
Yeah.
out the water first. Oh, this is so dry and wrinkly.
Oh, next tick. Oh.
Okay. So, this week we watched a bunch more episodes of InuYasha. How'd you guys feel about them?
Sashomaru smile. So
Oh,
kawaii.
Shishomaru smile. Oh, my heart.
Jinenji smile.
Jinenji smile.
Smile for me, Jinenji.
Oh no.
Could you even see his mouth that well for him to smile?
You know what was funny is I actually did some searching. Okay, here, why don't we do this? Can you guess what kind of demon he was?
I mean, he was a big guy and he could punch really hard. But his dad was like some weird elf-looking guy, some
Yeah.
Legolas
I was
character.
thinking when I saw the episode, I was like, man, you know those stories like back like in the Greek stories of how the gods came to land to have children or
Yeah,
mate with
Yeah.
women and have children.
yeah.
So I thought of that, and it's like, man, it's kind of like the same scenario, except the sun's not like a half man, half minotaur kind of thing going on. I must say he's shit, I don't even know. Boy looks like a dinosaur. It's kind of hard to say.
He's a half dinosaur.
He's like a
demon.
dinosaur. It's hard to say.
I would say like giant or something, like a big golem guy.
Okay, apparently he was a half giant horse demon.
I guess like it
I was
makes sense with his
close.
face, right?
No,
His
I
face
thought
is really long.
he doesn't. But he looked like an anteater, not a host.
Anteater.
Oh, yeah. He was,
Please,
like, stick
anteater
his tongue
snouts
out.
are longer.
I was so confused when I found out. I was like, I don't see any horse in there. But I think it brings up this like point. At this point, like if you think about the demons we've seen, they've all looked like either spiders, centipedes, or frogs. I think we're getting a trend here.
I also noticed the trend that, with the eyes of some of the characters. Like, they tend to lean to more toward googly eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Toto's eye, the cow, Jinenji.
The cow Momo.
Momo the cow. Oh, was my favorite. Murr. Oh, Kilala.
What are you saying? You're just like murr. Murr.
Kilala. Is that you, Kilala?
Murr.
Wait, is it Kilala? Did Jimmy fall in the well?
All I know is whenever I first saw the cow and he started moving like that, I lost my shit because it just sounds like the cow sound we make. It's hilarious.
Do you think they brought like a cow to the studio? Come on, move for us.
Yeah,
move for
they
us.
lured it in with like carrots or something, like grass. Come on.
Come on, cow. We got it. One take.
Do you think the cow got a cut of the revenue that the anime made?
I doubt it, but
No,
I'll tell you what, made some fine burgers at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably turned into burgers at the end of that season.
Oh no! Oh no, Momo the
And then,
cow's
like-
voice actor. Oh.
And then like season 3 started like, wait, the cow's still here. We gotta get him back.
It's probably the cow's like children and children's children. You know, it's a lineage of cow voice actors for this anime.
Look, the more humane thing would have been to just reuse the 2 lines that they had recorded for the cow. All right.
Yeah,
No
it's
need to
true.
be inhumane and get another cow.
Trust me, because we turned that into steak and burgers.
PETA is gonna be on their door so fast.
Oh, the voice actors for InuYasha were so well fed.
Ooh.
You know what's funny? Actually, because of that Jinenji episode, I actually remembered that the Viz Media Studio is in Canada.
Yeah.
So in episode 31, they go to this farm, right? And they're trying to get like medicinal herbs. But the entire episode, you just hear, we gotta go get some medicinal herbs.
Oh yeah, this was
And I
mentioned
was
before.
I was like, well, Mio says herbs, and I say herbs. I'm American and Mio's Canadian.
I never noticed this about myself either. He pointed this out. I was like, I don't say herbs. And then he's like, you just did.
Yeah, this definitely flew over my head.
I was like, dude, just keep saying herbs. But it was, I thought it was interesting, cause it's like, you know, like we're the same continent, but then there's like different speech patterns.
That's like a really interesting fact that you figured out, like, from your observation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even notice it either. Like myself, I don't even notice me saying that. And I'm Canadian. I never noticed I said herbs.
All right.
I just thought they were just like going for like a thing here, like we were gonna call it herbs. I'm like, or herbs.
Herbs
Like,
or
okay,
herbs,
sure,
you know, pick
yeah,
one.
Sure.
Can you please repeat after me, Mio? A man named Herb went to pick 3 herbs from an herbal tree for his herbal green tea.
Okay, wait. You need to, like, send it to me because I can't say that. Okay.
I don't know
A
what
man-
I said. I just
A
said
man
it.
named Herb. A man named Herb went to go pick herbs for his herbal green tea, and his herbal. I don't know. I don't remember the rest.
Seashells by the seashore.
You know, it would have made more sense to type it out and have you read it, because then you
Exactly.
would say it.
you just said it out loud.
Whatever.
I attempted.
So, what about Earl green tea? Would you call it Earl green tea?
Earl. No, we call it Earl.
Holy shit.
Earl.
Can I get some of that hurl, baby? What?
So that Earl green tea?
That what? Yeah, you heard me.
Hey,
Some
you,
Earl,
heard me.
baby.
You know what I want with extra herbs.
You heard me.
You heard
I want some-
me.
You
I
heard
want-
me?
You heard me. Oh no. H's are gonna be a weird thing from now on.
Help. I'm forgetting English. Okay, but I guess before we move forward, we should rewind back. The very first episode when we started with is this like Miroku-centric episode where his wind tunnel gets like nicked, right? And Miroku's suddenly like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. My hole got bigger.
Oh, hey.
It was forced open. Oh no, he was not ready.
His hole ripped. Feels bad. So like this was like feudal era, right? So back in the whatever century that InuYasha was set in, like maybe a small nick on your hand and it's the end of the world, you're gonna die from tetanus. But like it's the 21st century now. So if Miroku had actually come to like a hospital these days, how do you think? I was thinking about it, I was like, if Miroku came to a hospital these days, how would we treat him? I bet you someone would try to stitch the hole up, like a threaded needle.
I mean, if that was the case, Kagome could have fixed it herself.
True.
But
what if she's just really bad at sewing?
What the monk did was he sealed the hole, like he stopped it from sucking him in, because I feel like he used like monk powers or whatever, like some kind of incantation to prevent himself from being sucked into the black hole. So if Miroku went to like the 21st century and got his hole fixed there, I feel like they wouldn't have their traditional incantations and spells to prevent the hole from sucking everyone up in the area.
But we have robots now.
This is true, but remember Kagome's grandfather who tried to stop the mask, but it didn't work because his incantations are just nothing now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the grandpa was fighting the no mask, his incantations did nothing.
So we may have the technology, but our spiritual powers are nothing.
Look, we have Elmer's glue. We probably could
Elmer's glue. We can just Miroku, just dip your hand in some glue, let it dry. You're good.
Is that a little rip? Let me get some scotch tape and Elmer's glue for you real quick.
You want something faster? I got super glue, gorilla glue. I got a glue gun.
Glue gun. Oh no. Use a gun, Miroku.
I want to propose a solution. If Miroku's wind tunnel was only in his hand, why didn't they just chop off his forearm? Just chop off his arm. And no more hole, man. No more hole.
I'm thinking his hole will just become his arm, like the end of his cut off arm.
Just wherever it gets cut off, it'll just become the hole.
It just keep going.
Yeah. And you still have to apply anal beads to affected area.
Just keeps going.
Yeah, it just keeps going all the way to his shoulder.
But then, let's explore this topic. So, say Miroku scrapes his elbow when it suddenly starts sucking things in from his elbow.
Yes!
Oh, God! Oh, man, I hope Miroku never scrapes his knees.
Oh, no.
It's like he's like playing soccer. He like trips. Like, what's going on? Miroku, the soccer ball's stuck to your knee. I'm not cheating, I swear.
He's cheating. Someone get the ref.
I always thought what my train of thought was, you chop off his arm and then you just attach like the Mega Man arm buster to him and he's set. He's set, man. Now he's a cyborg monk, Miroku.
He just turns it on and off on demand.
Yeah. With the power of modern technology.
He comes back to the feudal era. I have no grudge against Naraku anymore. Check out my new arm. Pew, pew, pew,
Why
pew,
even
pew.
go back to the feudal area?
Why go back to Miroku's feudal area?
Oh no. I feel like he's gonna get more people coming to his feudal area.
Oh, no. He's gonna get all the people coming to his Miroku's feudal area. Actually, if he went back to the feudal era, that arm would just rust up so fast.
Yeah.
It feels bad. How do I fix this? I went to go take a hot bath, and now it's all rusty.
It's all
Miroku's
nasty.
rusty arm.
Miroku's rusty arm? Oh no! That's gonna be the name of the hot spring inn that he starts up. Welcome to Miroku's rusty arm.
How tough are ya?
Oh no! Is that the slogan?
Yes, the slogan.
Help! Every night is a free night as long as you can last. I need to go. I'd rather sleep in the dumpster outside.
Oh no. No, wait, does he even have a dumpster in the feudal era? What is this?
Look, if you go, it's like if you go to another century, you're gonna learn some things, right? He probably like made his own dumpster.
Yeah. Yeah. He went to the feudal to modern times, and the first thing he noticed was a dumpster, and he was like, "I'm gonna replicate that in my own time," you know. No, he just completely ignored the fact that there's like modern medicine and there's vehicles and girls walking around in skirts. By the way, I feel like it would be a dream town for him. Girls walking around in
Yeah,
skirts.
for real. Like I think once you go to modern era, he would never go back because
yeah, exactly. But no, he goes back. He goes back to make a dumpster.
You know, oddly enough, the technology he doesn't bring back with him, underwear.
Why would you want to?
Why would he want
He's
to?
still commando after all that time.
He is not going to stop the commando.
Commando has its benefits, okay?
Dude, this could be such a good spin-off series. Moroku in like the 21st century, returning to the feudal era, half cyborg, half monk. I think we could workshop that into a real show.
I'm sure we could.
Oh man. Wasn't that the same episode where InuYasha actually uses the wind scar for the very first time?
Yeah.
To get back on
for
track?
sure.
He had such a nice speech, he had that Kappa Pride speech of I'll protect you, Moroku.
Actually, it was a very good speech, I was like, what a man. Protect me too.
Protect all of us.
Slay my inner demons.
With your big long sword. Ooh.
No, you just made it Kappa Pride.
It was always Kappa Pride with Moroku and InuYasha. Is always Kappa Pride, okay?
Kappa Pride, baby. Ooh.
Kappa Pride, let's go.
Do our listeners even know what a Kappa Pride is?
Okay, it's just pretty much just pride for the Kappa.
When a Kappa demon loves another Kappa demon very much, they form a rainbow called Kappa Pride.
Yeah, called Kappa Pride.
And that's actually an Easter egg in InuYasha episode 69. We'll see that later on. They save Moroku. InuYasha swings and fells all of Moroku's inner demons, leaving him a lighter man with a lighter burden.
Oh, you make it sound like he pooed.
He did. You never know. It's usually off screened, and also because there was no smell-o-vision for TV back in that day, we can never tell.
I mean, Moroku was in a big hole when it happened, so it makes sense.
Wait! I want to explore something again. Imagine if we had smell-o-vision for TV, and every time they pooped off screen, you could smell it, but you would never see it, right? So you're just watching this episode, and then you're like, who just dropped a mad stinker?
You actually just fart? What the hell?
I feel like all of the feudal era would just be really stinky.
That's true, right? Because they didn't have outhouses, they didn't have sewage plants.
They had horses everywhere, they had cows everywhere, they had a lot of livestock everywhere. Nobody bathed. No one is even wearing underwear.
I'm just thinking of every episode now. It's like, all right, Kilala, let's go. The smell of burn.
I feel like for Kilala is different because when Kilala poops, he probably poops and he makes
exactly. There'd be a burning smell.
Oh god!
Oh no!
Her poop just gets incinerated. But you would also smell it.
Shang makes a good point. I've been to the rodeo before. Those horses, they'll be just trotting and there's a plop, 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 plop. And then they just keep going, right? So, InuYasha's a dog demon with really good smell. Wouldn't that guy be in constant pain and agony?
Yeah, you would think so.
Man, I think we just blew the door wide open on InuYasha in this universe. Nothing's ever gonna be the same again.
No.
And then Kagome's over there in her little schoolgirl heels or whatever. Probably caked in poop.
Oh, no.
They probably weren't black to begin with. They're probably white shoes.
Oh no. She's not even wearing black shoes. She's wearing brown shoes, so it makes more sense.
Wait, is she wearing brown shoes?
Yeah, they're brown shoes.
Oh, that makes
It's to
total
hide
sense.
it's to hide the fact you're stepping in poo all the time.
Oh, the
No.
horse poo. Oh no.
Oh, man. We're lore busters. We did it. Another myth is debunked.
So if like everything is like smells like poo, would that like conclude that like a lot of ground is poo? So wouldn't that mean like Kikyo's made of poo?
Dirt poo. Look, I still accept her.
Yeah.
I wonder how she smells.
So like the next part that we get to is like Naraku raises Kohaku back from the dirt poo ground, right? Like the last time we saw Kohaku, he was like dying, and then Naraku just like it just took a jewel shot. You're alive. Wiped your memory too, just like
I'm alive.
I just took those files and put them in the recycle bin.
yeah.
Deleted. Yo, he opened up the folder. He clicked the memory, erased, deleted.
I can imagine this happening on like an old like Windows 90 or like 90 computer or something.
He wiped the whole hard drive, man. There's nothing left.
No, he put in a new hard drive with like an older operating system because he like thinks and talks more slowly.
That's true.
It's Windows 98. No.
Kawaku's mind is just completely rendering things.
At least I can play Minesweeper on this one. Yeah. So Kohaku comes back to life and like he eventually runs into Sango, right? Like Naraku's trying this like thing where he's trying to get Sango to become angry at
Every time Kawaku shows up on screen, you just hear that Windows noise. It's like ding.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What?
I find it hilarious that we're talking about Kohaku as a goddamn computer.
Kawaku's just a computer.
I thought he was just blue screening,
Yeah, he's just blue screening over there, trying to.
You just see Sango blue screen. I don't know what to do.
That's why he retreats. Like, oh god, I'm blue screening. Naraku, reset me.
Reboot the system.
Naraku's just some IT guy. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Yeah. Hold that board.
Oh, what's happening to this universe? First, Moroku becomes a cyborg, and Kohaku's a computer.
They're modernizing.
But the big thing that comes out of this whole sequence, the 2 episodes with Kohaku coming back, is like first Sango learns that Kohaku's alive, which is a big deal because Sango's kind of she had just accepted that all her family was dead, and now she finds out like one person's alive, and
her
then
brother of all people too.
Yeah, and then Naraku learns that Kagome is the reincarnation of Kikyo, and he learns this by getting pierced by one of her arrows, and his entire body below the neck just like explodes, and Naraku's just like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of here. Like, one thing I wanted to point out too is our characters, like our main protagonists, find out who Naraku's original main form is. Not main form, but his disguise is, and that's that lord named Kagawaki.
All right, the young lord.
Yeah, the young lord. And he has like this sweet crib. It's like a phantom castle. Oh.
Do you think Naraku made it, or that's what the young lord originally had? I think Naraku made that castle.
I feel like he made that.
I feel like it was what he originally had, and then Naraku made like an image of it.
Yeah, like replicated it and put it in other places.
Yeah.
Nah. Imagine this young lord was just like the young lord of like some shack or hotspot. And then Naraku Naraku takes over the guy's body, and like everyone probably knows, but ever since Naraku took over the guy's body, like, man, we're not living in a shack anymore. It's a mansion. Let's just pretend like nothing's going on. It's a good life.
There's nothing weird about this. Why is it always dark? We don't ask questions. Where's this weird miasma? There's nothing weird.
Where's the sun in this area though? Like, this isn't gonna go good for the crops. How are we making money for this place?
Where do I poop?
Like, it's tough enough trying to get around somewhere in the dark, right? Now try to imagine just trying to take a dump. You don't know where you're going. You're hitting walls. Eventually go trip and fall on the ground. Just give up. Just do it right there.
Right in front of the young lord.
Exactly.
Oh, my bad.
Right at the doorway of his shack.
Say, what are you doing? I couldn't find the restroom, master. So I'm just doing it right here. I hope you don't mind.
I could not find my designated pooping hole. Okay, it was.
It's so dark. I just can't see. All right, I give up.
Man. If I was Naraku and I took over a young lord's body, I'd put my castle on the beach.
For the beach babes? Ooh.
Yeah, hey there, beach
for
babies.
the underwear in the sun. Yeah, and you already know we like going to the beach too. We established this at the beginning of the podcast.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure swimsuits weren't a thing back then. Do you think they just like taped some leaves on themselves? Like, let's go.
I mean, I feel like they had like those crotch flaps.
Loincloths?
Yeah, loincloths, yeah. You think they had like 2 loincloths for like the woman's breasts, separate loincloths, and then 1 loincloth for down there? That's the feudal era bathing suit right there.
That's too many loincloths.
They just go straight Kagando. Just
they go straight Kagando. You mean Commando, not Kagando?
Commando squad, let's go! I mean, no, Kagando squad.
What are you doing in the beach? Sorry, master, I had to go.
Yo, guys, let's go for a swim. Wait, what are you guys doing? What the heck?
You just see a guy popping a squat in the like middle of the ocean. Sea squad.
Oh, no, it's a horrible thought when I think about it.
Gotta feed the fishes.
Oh no.
Oh man.
This went so wrong so fast.
I just have this entire alternate universe InuYasha just growing in my mind right now.
InuYasha Universe 69.
Universe 69.
Universe 69.
Naraku is some IT tech manager that lives on the beach. And everyone he manages, for some reason, goes commando and poops in the sea.
He has to fix his computer. He named Kohaku.
Yeah. His computer Kohaku seems to always wander off and come back broken for some reason. Miroku is a cyborg from the 21st century, returning to the...
funny about that. Okay, so there's a scene where Miroku and InuYasha have to chase after an enemy. I forgot what episode it is. But you know how fast InuYasha just like bursts and runs, right? And Miroku is catching up with him. Like, what?
Miroku keeps up with him. And InuYasha's a half demon, and Miroku's a human, and he's like keeping up the speed with him. They even have a conversation, everything.
Dude, I'm telling you, Miroku's not human, okay? He's not your ordinary monk. First, he can ride a bicycle. Second, he can run as fast as InuYasha. Third, he has a cyborg Mega Man arm.
In an alternate universe.
It makes so much sense now. Oh, God.
And he created the dumpster.
Oh, yeah, he did create the dumpster. He's the dumpster creator of the feudal era.
The dumpster god.
Wait,
it's making too much sense now. Oh, no.
I need to pose this new question. If a man from the past went to the future, learned a tech, went back to the past and created it, would he actually be the creator of what he saw in the future?
I would say yes. Because
he goes to the future, sees the dumpster, comes back, makes a dumpster, and then like the next time Miroku vacations to the 21st century, he just sees like a statue of himself next to a dumpster. This man Miroku made the first dumpster back in the feudal era.
It looks familiar. We don't know why, but a work of art, genius.
He'll like change the future so drastically that the statue would actually be in the place of the 1,000-year-old tree.
It's just Miroku with a dumpster.
Yeah.
The sacred Miroku dumpster statue.
And this is the sacred Miroku dumpster shrine.
So Kagome falls into the dumpster and ends up in the feudal era.
No, not the dumpster. I was talking about the tree, not the actual well. Like, the tree that
it might as well be a dumpster too.
I was thinking like InuYasha was like pinned to the dumpster statue.
Feels bad.
You'd be pinned to like Miroku's crotch area.
No, like InuYasha gets like drugged by Kikyo. She throws him in there and just throws a bunch of trash on top of him, and he's just stuck for 50 years because it's so heavy.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, no, I'm just like, instead of like the bow hitting or the arrow hitting him and pinning him to the tree, she just like grips him, throws his ass in a dumpster, just throws trash on top. That's horrible. Oh, that's hilarious.
Was this the Pizza Hut we had 3 weeks ago?
Did you go to Pizza Hut without me? The real betrayal of Kikyo and Inuyasha.
Like the thought that she's so messed up but has the strength to just like throw his ass in a trash can is hilarious to me. I don't know why.
Hey, she was the shrine maiden.
Where did she get the trash to begin with? Like, what kind of trash would they have in the feudal area?
Lots of poop.
Oh no, it's just poop from the feudal era. That's their trash.
I feel like the future and the past is just slowly getting more messed up as, just go back and forth.
Continue.
This world is getting darker the more we spend time in it.
Inuyasha's like living in a coffin of poop in the dumpster statue
for 50 years. Oh, that's why he couldn't get out. It dried up and caked over.
Oh no!
No.
Kikyo, what was in your diet, Kikyo?
Is that a pepperoni?
Did you go to Pizza Hut without me?
You told me you were a vegetarian. So like the next scene that happens after like Naraku gets turned into a head is like we switch back to Kikyo and she's doing her thing again, right? She's like helping people out. She's settling. And some like people come and they're like, "Oh, our young lord is sick. Come fix him." And she's like, "Okay.
I'm just a simple shrine maiden."
Yeah, and like the biggest thing to begin with is I don't know if Kikyo's pretending or not, but when they first meet, Naraku recognizes Kikyo, right? But Kikyo doesn't recognize Naraku because Naraku's body is no longer like Onigumo based or whatever.
Right.
So like I think Naraku is pretty shook. What is a woman I killed 50 years ago doing back alive? I'm like, what is going on?
Why does she smell like dirt?
Why does she smell so good?
She smells like dirt, all right.
Dirt and poop. It's also this episode where we find out that Naraku's like trying to get ready to create like he's like doing some ceremony or some ritual to get like a new body.
He's trying to get that summer bod, for the beach.
For the beach, that's right. I told you, Naraku has a dream to go to the beach and meet those beach babies.
I guess so.
But like this whole body thing like is like interesting, right? Because the idea is like he trapped a bunch of demons in a volcano or something and they're like battling it out. I cracked up. So the last demon that wins or like that defeats all the other demons, it looks like a dinosaur at this point, right?
Yeah.
And it defeats the last demon and then it begins to like morph, like a sign that's getting stronger. And the sign that it got stronger is he gets a second head on his crotch.
Hey, I'm strong. The source of my power is in my crotch.
Is in my crotch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how else do you show how powerful you are?
Wait. Where's the brain though?
I thought it was in the.
Is the brain in the head or in the crotch?
Head. No, it's in
the crotch.
Wow, way to think with your crotch, Shang.
Yeah.
Is the top head just a placeholder then?
That's right.
I'm just here to look normal. The real mastermind is down here. So eventually Naraku uses that demon and like absorbs the demon, becomes the brand new Naraku.
Who looks exactly the same.
Kikyo at that point reveals that she knows that Naraku is Onigumo, and that's when we find out Naraku is a half demon.
Half demon Naraku.
Crazy. He's actually only half certified for IT. Crazy.
Crazy. Your job. Nepotism, my young Kikyo.
All right. And then that kind of like sums it up for like Kikyo and Naraku for a while.
Right.
And then we meet I think the next segment that we get into is probably my favorite. One of my favorite characters took 34 episodes to get introduced. And it's our favorite boy, Totosai and his cow Momo.
I love Momo.
I love how Totosai is like he like keeps calling like InuYasha super dumb, like this guy's ruining the Tetsaiga. There's no hope. And he's like, I'm out of here. And he always comes running back because like I think the first time was like Sesshomaru was where he was running out to. Oh my god,
Oh my
he's here!
Oh, there's a part in the episode where Totosai and Momo are running together, like they're escaping from Sesshomaru, and Sesshomaru like knocks him on the ground, and they both fall down, like face down, booty up. And I had to laugh about that. I was like, "Oh my god, booty up! It happened!" You know, especially with Momo.
Get the talismans! Get the talismans, Grandpa! The big take home point from this episode was InuYasha finally learns how to use the wind scar, right? He describes it as like the scent of demon energy colliding with his energy creates the wind scar. It just looks like friction in the wind. It's probably like the Sesshomaru's like poop smell from like emanating against InuYasha's poop smell. And then the power of the wind scar is actually InuYasha swinging his sword so hard that all the poop smell goes in that direction, and that's what actually slays 100 demons.
You smell it now, don't you?
Oh god!
And we get to see Tensaiga rescue Sesshomaru's life, which was interesting because it showed that the swords have their own like thinking process.
Yeah, or their dad designed it so that the two sons could not kill each other.
That would make more sense, considering the dad seemed to like want them to learn and be better people, I guess, better persons. Because that's you can tell he wanted that for Sesshomaru because he gave Sesshomaru the Tensaiga, and he knew
Tenseiga.
Yeah, the Tenseiga. Yeah, and Sesshomaru.
You call yourself a weebri, Hanyo? You call yourself a weebri?
Yeah, weebri. Come on.
Okay. But you see that Sesshomaru is like he lusts for power. He wants to kill. He wants to be feared and revered as a powerful demon, and then his dad gives him the Sega. Is it Sega? I don't remember.
Sega. Oh.
Oh no, where's our sponsorship? Yeah, but my point is that their dad seems to want them to be better people.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say too. So I agree completely. What a smart dad!
Smart dad, you know.
So Sesshomaru ends up in the middle of a forest, and that's when we meet This is when we find out that Sesshomaru is not just a one-layered character. He is actually a very complexly written character with.
He has 2 layers.
Yeah,
there's actually a filling in this cake.
Is it a filling if it's only 2 layers, Shang?
I mean, it's 2 layers and then filling in the center.
You can put a filling in the middle, baby.
Yeah.
It's just what do you call it? Oh, what do you call cream cheese? It's not cream cheese that you put between 2 layers of cake.
What kind of cakes do you eat?
I watched some baking shows. I forgot what it's called. It's supposed to keep the cake moist. Anyways, that's not a filling. That's just a separator to keep the cake moist.
So separated.
Loofie, you could put a filling in there. Don't you worry.
Shango,
no.
fill you up. Wait, I'll fill it.
I'll fill it. Don't you worry, baby.
Help! What kind of podcast did I get myself into? Anyway, we meet 2 really crazy people in episode 35. I think episode 35 is like the defining episode of what we watch. We got a brand new opening, you guys. I wasn't even ready. I was just like, why are we not singing I Want to Change the World anymore?
I want to change the world.
Oh, sorry.
What really cracked me up was when the second opening started. I was like, okay, let's watch it, let's watch it. And I started watching it, and right as I was about to say, wow, this opening doesn't have a lot of spoilers, Kagura shows up, Koga shows up, Rin shows up. Like, what the heck is going on? There's spoilers everywhere.
Spoils.
I was like, nothing was safe, nothing was sacred. But yeah, we finally meet Rin. Rin is like one of those like defining characters that like I think a lot of people were like semi fans of Sesshomaru, like it's just like like this really
not
beautiful
the
man.
Fangirls. By that point, I feel like there were a lot of fangirls for Sesshomaru. So You're just saying that because you don't understand the fandom of Sesshomaru, okay?
Anyway, I really feel like the addition of Rin really fleshes out Sesshomaru as a character. And so, like, I can only see good things
Sesshomaru.
happening from here is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and then Jaken's, like, absolutely hilarious now, by the way.
Useless is what you mean.
He has become absolute garbage, worthy of Moroku's dumpster.
Throw him in there.
Throw him in there.
Throw him in there, bury him in Pizza Hut boxes.
Set him on fire.
Wait, what are we doing to him?
Is that not what you do to trash?
Me lord, what are you doing? Is that Pizza Hut? Me lord, you told me you were a vegetarian. Shh. Calm down, Jaken. Just accept it all. Me and the boys think it's time for you to go.
Me and the boys.
Who are the boys? And then that same episode, we also get introduced to our least favorite wolf demon, Koga.
What? He was my favorite.
I was just kidding. We get introduced to our favorite wolf demon, Koga. And thus begins
the love
budding of a love square. But like it's quite literally, I guess, how would you draw it out? Because like, you know, like Koga's not into Kikyo and then Kikyo's not into Koga, right? So you would have them on each of the four corners. Like InuYasha goes to Kikyo, InuYasha goes to it's complicated.
InuYasha to Kikyo, InuYasha to Kagome, Kagome to
InuYasha and Koga.
It almost kind of looked like a shoe.
Wait. So wait. So the only hoes in this love square are InuYasha and Kagome because they like two people.
Did you say hoe?
The
Whoa!
hoes.
Whoa!
Because Kagome likes
Hojo.
InuYasha and Koga,
No,
right?
she likes Hojo, doesn't she?
Oh my gosh, she likes
Yeah,
Hojo
she
too!
What a hoe!
What a hoe!
Whoa! Make up your mind, Kagome! The world is not your oyster!
Who do you love?
Okay, well, it wouldn't become a love pentagon. It would become like a love square with just like a single line going off the Hojo.
It would be like Kagome in the center, and you get like a point on the bottom, InuYasha, and then one to Koga, and then you got one like on the top to Hojo. But then where does Kikyo come in? Kikyo comes in on InuYasha's side, right?
Wait, I got this. It's a 3-dimensional triangle.
Oh, Lord.
So you got InuYasha, Kagome, and Kikyo as the base triangle, right? And you got Koga going out of the plane, right? So he's the 3D element with a single line going to him from Kagome. Wait, this doesn't work out either.
When your love is so complicated, it's 3-dimensional, man.
Yeah, let's just give up. Look, there's just some complexities going on in here. I don't even think the author knew what was going on. She was just like, let's add some love interest to keep my male viewers interested. Actually, I was gonna say, you know what the last thing was? One of the big things was like, with the whole Koga and InuYasha when they got introduced, like we found out that like there's like some bird demons that are like terrorizing Koga's people.
Yeah.
And then like Koga and the bird demons get into a fight, but Koga starts to lose, and then you see InuYasha step up in front of like the Koga that's on his butt. InuYasha's like, let me show you how this is done, and he totally flexes all over Koga by doing the wind scar.
Face, just all over.
It was such a flex.
Such a flex.
He probably converted Koga's poop smell against that bird too. Yeah, imagine if like instead of so imagine in our Universe 69, whenever InuYasha does the wind scar, instead of screaming wind scar, he just screams like flex. Look at me flex. He's like, look at me flex. Swings his
This isn't even my final flex. Yeah, he does like one who's like his bodybuilder pose is like, ooh, ooh, and then he like slashes with his sword.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Universe, baby.
Mr. Universe 69. He actually doesn't wear like the clothes he's wearing in this series. He actually wears a red wife beater.
Red wife beater.
and then puffy white sweatpants or something like that.
No, he just like takes off his pants. He has a Speedo on, actually.
Oh wait, but he's commando.
Whoa!
Not this time. Not this time.
Whoa. Only on days he has to work out, he puts on a Speedo. Man, what a set of episodes. I don't even think we recapped it correctly.
I don't think so. One thing that made me laugh really hard was when during the episode where Koga starts confessing his love to Kagome and stuff, and she goes like, "I'm not your property," and she slaps him. You can hear someone's one-liner in the background, someone's voice going, "That chick just slapped Koga."
Oh yeah.
It was so good. We need to add it into like the book of one-liners in this series so far.
Yeah, on top of our Lady Kaede, methinks mayhaps we chance the centipede. That chick just slapped Koga.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good moment. That's like what I love about like old anime dubs, where it wasn't really professional per se. It was professional, but there was more like room for just like goofy stuff.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Those are good.
But I think after watching the 12 episodes that we had, oh man, it was so much to watch, but I legitimately enjoyed every single episode. And I got so excited because like at the end of the 39th episode, we're introduced to Kagura, which we don't know how she's related to Naraku yet, but oh my god, she's one of my favorite characters in this series. I'm so glad she's here. But yeah, how did you guys feel about what you watched?
Oh man, I'm feeling the momentum. That's for sure. It feels good. I want more.
Yeah, we're meeting characters that I haven't seen in a long time, and like very memorable characters like Rin, Koga, Kagura. Though I don't remember Kagura's intro that well.
Oh, Kagura.
We got to see Koga and Rin, and those two characters mean so much to me because they're a staple in the anime as well. So it was such a good feeling to see them come back.
All right. Actually, so this week I had Shang do a Mad Libs for me.
Oh,
Here we go.
I'm so curious.
I'm
that
curious
recapped
too.
episode 31, the Jinenji episode, and you know what? I won't say anything. I'll just get right into it. Okay. So, episode 31. InuYasha and Kagome go to a town in search for medicinal sandwiches for Sango and Kirara. The two end up meeting the duck-like giant hippo half-demon Boila, who is being accused of imprisoning townspeople. InuYasha sets off to find the source of the real demon, while Kagome tries to improve Boila's self-esteem. Touched by her mad cow disease, Boila ends up exploding Kagome and gains the townspeople's baby food. So I guess in this particular universe, Kagome exploded because she gave someone mad cow disease. I guess that series ran short, you know, like
that was a short series.
The TV production studio was like, well, I guess that's a wrap, guys.
I guess you're done here.
Did you guys want to spend in the extra budgeting on like a movie or something?
No, dog. I got this duck-like hippo and medicinal sandwiches, baby. That's all we need.
Medicinal sandwiches. That sounds like a 21st century thing.
What are medicinal sandwiches?
I'm glad he got all the baby food. That's all that matters.
All the baby food.
Townspeople's baby food. Feels good, man.
What is baby food in the feudal era?
I don't even know. But what a hero. What a hero that Boila.
What a hero that Boila.
What a hero. Rid the world of Kagome. Good job.
All right.
Oh, what a sad episode.
what a tragic turn of events.
It's so
sudden.
tragic.
I wonder how they'll
I
animate
mean-
that.
Why would this series end with the death of Kagome, though? I mean, the show was
Bring
called
her back.
InuYasha.
Just
Yeah, bring her back from dirt.
Wait. No, you're right. They could stitch Kagome's pieces back, and she becomes Frankenstein Kagome.
Frankengome.
Frankenstein's Kagome. It's now a horror show.
Oh no.
All right, we'll workshop it. We'll come back. We'll come back. Anyway, I mean, the point is like the series is called InuYasha. The series isn't called Kagome. We don't need no Kagome to continue
That's
the
true.
series. We don't need no middle schooler that's I'm on a
Yeah.
bike. Okay, so like no episode would be an episode without our favorite segment. And we got some real good people this week, okay? For our favorite segment, Commando or Not Commando, coming at you. Number 1, Totosai.
Very commando.
Very
He's
commando. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Wait, does he look
Oh,
like...
he's commando.
Does he look like he's commando? Like, does he give off the vibes that he's commando? Is it his wrinkly skin?
Why else would his eyes be so wide? He's like, oh crap, I forgot to put on
You've
underwear."
seen some things, man.
No. I feel like his eyes are so googly because, like, what if he is wearing underwear but it's so tight? It's like one of those, like, toys you squeeze and their eyes, like, pop up.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Wait, so you're saying he has overly tight underwear? and
overly
that
tight
means
underwear,
he is
yeah.
not commando.
Not commando. That's my vote. That's why he's such a stick in the mud to InuYasha because his underwear is so tight.
Oh, you know what he did? He bought like underwear that was like the correct size, but like when he went to dry him, he turned the cycle up too high. No, when he went to dry him with his flame breath, it was too hot, so it shrunk. He's like, oh man.
Oh man, but you know what?
But I can't be a savage. I can't put these- Wait, then let's ask this: is his cow Momo commando?
I can imagine. I mean, we could argue that Momo is commando, but you could argue that Momo is just, you know, his coat of fur, brown fur, it's just like a jacket, so it like zips up. Like there's a zipper.
So you're saying Momo is actually some random people in a cow costume,
Yeah.
and they're commando underneath.
No, they're
Yeah, pretty much. That's what
Oh my
it sounds like to me.
Oh my god! I
Just
can't look at
remember.
InuYasha the same way anymore. Okay. Last animal. Sesshomaru's two-headed dragon.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
It could have scaly underwear.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
scaly wear.
Victoria's Secret line.
Victoria's Secret scaly wear.
Yeah, scaly wear line. Ooh.
Ooh, scandalous.
Scandalous,
Get your scaly wear today with hashtag coupon code Commando
Yeah,
Coyote.
Commando Coyote.
So he's got underwear.
He's got underwear.
Dude, two people have underwear so far. This is unprecedented. But now let me bring this up to you guys. Koga.
Oh.
You know that boy is free like the wild,
Yeah,
right?
he's
Oh,
free.
no. He's got that skirt for a reason, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's trying to hide his shame. This is my hypothesis with Koga. He wears his... Wait, you know what I just realized? He's a wolf demon, but it looks like he's wearing a wolf pelt.
Yeah.
Why is he wearing the skin of his people?
Maybe they shed it all.
Oh, you think they molt?
They're demons. Why does it matter?
I'm about to outgrow my skin.
Again, he'll like hold his hands up and just start molting, and he'll just like look like a pink Koga.
Oh, and then his old skin just falls around his waist.
Yeah, just like automatically wraps around his waist there.
They're demons. You never know.
yeah.
Maybe-
Yeah, it's true. Have you ever met a demon?
Have
I guess
you?
I haven't.
They're all lizards, baby.
They're all reptiles. I thought they were wolves. You don't know the feudal
You
era.
don't
like,
know,
like I
man.
do.
We got
You know?
dumpsters. We got like guys with black holes, Buster arms. We got. There
Cyborg Moroku and Frankenstein's Kagome.
you go.
All right. So if Koga is commando, then what about Koga's henchmen?
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah, I think it's also 50-50, you know,
Yeah.
like I bet you they have that like lax they have the lax work attire, like you can be semi-casual, you can be casual, you can be business
And then
professional,
they got
business
like
casual.
super casual Fridays.
Oh
Yeah, super casual Friday. They all let it free. All right, the final contender of this week's Commando or Not Commando segment, Kagura.
I don't even remember Kagura.
Look, I can describe her for you. She has a fan and she wears a robe.
That's all that matters.
And a feather.
That's all that matters. Now, the question is, what's underneath that robe?
We
Nothing.
see. I think there's an episode where she like takes her robe off and shows her like tattoo, I think, or something.
Her sick tats.
Her
Check these out. Check out my sick tat. I just got it from the parlor.
From the parlor by the dumpster.
Parlor where, man?
By Moroku's really famous hotspot, the Rusty Arm.
The rusty arm. How tough are you?
Oh no! What if the tattoo was done by the Rusty Arm? I hate to break it to you, you got tetanus.
You got tetanus,
Oh.
Kagura. Okay, back to the topic. Is she wearing underwear or not? Serious topic time.
No, she can't wear underwear. Okay, it would ruin my entire childhood image of her. Commando. Commando. Commando.
Command. Oh no, okay.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess. I mean, Commando. Dude, we had a good mix this week, though. Yeah, you know, like some commandos, some not commandos. Someone's wearing their underwear too tight.
Someone's dressed as a cow with a zipper.
So 2 people are dressed up in a cow costume with a zipper,
Yeah.
both going commando. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think instead of being an anime rewind, this turned into a anime create your own anime universe podcast. This is where we're going, you guys. This is where we're going. And I want to let you know that with the topics that we've had, we've actually been on an upward trend. This week's episode, we got 150% more shoutouts than last episode.
Whoa!
So thank you
Wow.
to our boys, Boila and Saint Kaizen, and our girl, Effin Karma.
That's what I'm talking
thank
about.
You guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
If you guys want to get a shout out in on the next episode,
Or get added into the
just-
Mad Libs.
Oh no!
Yeah. Poor Vuela.
Poor Boila.
No, why are you saying poor Buella? He exploded Kagome.
Oh, that's true. What
And
a
he got
hero.
baby food in the end.
Oh, what a god,
What a
man.
hero.
What
What
a
a guy.
hero.
So if you want to be in next week's Mad Libs or get a shout out, you don't get to choose. Just use hashtag Commando Kaede on Twitter, letting us know how you thought about this episode. And we greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I was actually going to say for next time, we're going to be watching InuYasha episodes 40 to 49. And that episode is looking to be dropped on August 20th. Yes, I can definitely read my notes.
Mhm.
August 20th is when the next episode will be dropped. So we hope to see you then. Until next time,
Till next time.
Until next time.
my name's Loofie.
My name is Shang.
And my name is Mio.
And remember, Commando until proven not Commando. Later.
Yeah, we did it one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
One
one
shot.
shot.